In this edition of Game Shack, we're going to talk about some home arcade news, including some interesting developments from Arcade1up and At Games. And let's talk a little bit about WrestleMania and Dungeons & Dragons Honor Amongst Thieves. All that and more coming up next. Hey everybody, welcome on back into the Game Shack. I am your host, JDV. Thank you for stopping by. We really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please do so and give us a thumbs up on the way out the door. All right, I was just about ready to do an episode yesterday wondering about when Arcade1up was going to finally release the Deluxe cabs, and lo and behold, it happened literally that same day. That's right, you can finally go ahead and order the Pac-Man Legacy Deluxe, the Mortal Kombat version, or the Class of 81 version. I didn't even check for the little whatever Infinity table because I don't care about that product. So you can order those right now from Best Buy for $4.99. When delivery is actually going to happen, I think is going to happen by the end of the month. So that is good news if you were looking forward to buy those cabs. My question is are you guys willing to pay $4.99 for those cabs? The Gen 2 cabs prices have been slashed at Walmart. You can get, I think, 2 or 3 of them right now, the Gen 2 Legacy cabs, for $3.99. And of course, you can pick them up on the used market for even less than that. So it remains to see if you guys are willing to pay $100 more for a riserless design that has the BOE screen that should have been in the Gen 2 cab to start with. Of particular interest, at least to me, is the fact that you can only order these Legacy cabs right now from Best Buy. Can't order them from Walmart, Target, Kohl's, or some of the other usual suspects like Amazon. You have to order it right now from Best Buy. In fact, I don't even think that you can order it from Arcade1up's website itself. Now, who knows whether or not that's because they're still having some supply issue problems, which is completely possible, or if it's something like the situation at QVC, which seems to be contractual. Either way, the only place that you can really get those cabs right now is from Best Buy, for good or for bad. A little bit more on Arcade1up cabs. The Star Wars cab, which came out earlier this year in really small numbers, is now widely available. It's still available right now at Walmart for $600. That is about $200 more than I'm willing to pay for that cab. But if you really wanted to get into that Star Wars cab at $600, you can do so right now at Walmart. In virtual pinball news, At Games has finally released their Dr. Seuss pinball pack, I think volume 2. I haven't picked it up because I've been spending so much time building my 4K cab. Now, I've heard some good things about the other one, but I haven't actually played it. So if you guys have played it or own it, let us know down below what you think. Should we pick it up? Should I buy it so I can review it? In more exciting virtual pinball news, at least to me, is the fact that Steam/Zen is soon going to be releasing their cabinet mode for their FX4, or just Pinball FX. Now, that is a really, really cool thing, and if you're thinking about building your own cab or adjusting your ALP, either the pre-existing one or the 4K when it comes out, I think that is a very great way to upgrade what you have. I'll tell you right now though, FX3 plays perfectly well and looks good, so I have not played the FX4 version yet. I'm looking forward to doing so in cabinet mode and hope that we see a nice jump in terms of clarity, gamma, and all the kind of other things that you want to see in the kind of depth of colors and everything like that, really crushed blacks in terms of, you know, the visual quality coming out of those machines. So as soon as it is available, I'm going to put that on my 4K build. Speaking of that, we're going to have our very first video on that 4K build. Should be up either Friday or Monday, in which I go step by step and show you guys how to build your very own state-of-the-art 4K pinball game for right around $2,000 if you have any kind of interest in that. Of course, you can always wait until later on this year when At Games will be releasing their own 4K pinball game. Now, it will still have only the 32-inch screen, but it promises to be a pretty amazing machine if you can handle that relatively small screen size. And lastly, if you have not checked out the latest D&D movie, Honor Among Thieves, I would really highly advise you do so. It's 2 big thumbs up for me for sure. I went into the film not really expecting a lot, but I came out totally blown away. It is just absolutely a rollicking good time. Chris Pine, Hugh Grant, a host of other great actors who have great chemistry together. A really crisp, funny script that is smart. It doesn't dumb things down. It has all kind of action, fun CG. a great musical score, everything that you kind of want to have in a fantasy film. It's all there in D&D. Even if you're not a D&D fan or a ex-player or current player, you can still get a lot out of this film if you take your kids and everything like that. It really is a lot of fun. But if you are a D&D player, Hasbro has printed up stat sheets for each of the characters from the film, and that's how we know that Hugh Grant has 2 more charisma points than Chris Pine. Anyway, you can use those stat sheets you can use those characters in your own adventures using those stat sheets, plus have some fun. Well, you know, kind of poking fun at the actors. You also, if you are a Magic player, you can go ahead and get the Magic cards for each of the characters too, but at $40 for, I think, 6 cards, that's a lot of money. Hasbro, you got to do a little bit better in your Magic prices. Okay, so that's it. That wraps up this episode. Hope you guys dug it. Please let me know down below if you are planning on buying that Legacy Cab at $4.99, or if you've played that new Dr. Seuss pinball pack. For me, I really do want those Legacy cabs, but that is a price that I'm just not willing to pay. I really do think that those cabs really should be around $350, $400, particularly as things become ever more tough in our economy. All right, you guys, love each other, and until next time, I'll see you in the Game Shack. Mwah!
Be sure to visit evilgeniusentertainment.com for exclusive content, swag, casting call news, and much, much more.